Yeah, like
I have muted everyone. Please talk no, whenever you want, only one by one. Please unmute and talk. So the question was, one of our mate asked me why we were not using slash bin start all.sh, or we were not going and executing the start all.sh from the Hadoop folder. So you guys got the answer for it? I have explained the last class.
Yes, got it.
yes, got it.
Okay, good. So now I have started all my services. Is getting started. Let it get start. I hearly these messages. These are called logs. You can clearly see here, starting name node, starting data node, and starting secondary name node. Right? It's clearly saying that where it is starting, what it is starting. Okay, and also I found in the last session while I explaining that the services explained like a secondary node. It is not secondary node. It is secondary name node. So it was a flow mistake. Okay, now it is starting the your and daemons. In the and daemons, one of the daemon is one of the services your resource manager, other service is node manager, right? So these are the services are started. 1 minute, guys. So all the services are started. Okay, all my services are started, and you can see that by executing the JPS command, and you can find the what are the Java processing services are running or not. Okay, and if you are using Hortonworks or if you are using Cloudera, the JPS may not work because maybe the JPS will not show you all the services. The way the installation is different. Maybe that might be the reason. Even I really don't know what is the cause behind why the JPS is not listing out their processes. Okay, fine. So let's go ahead and start
Hi
look at.
Ravi. Sorry. Hello.
Yeah, go ahead, Srinu.
Is it a single node cluster or yours one or a multi-node cluster?
Single node cluster. So I'm with the sudo mode.
Sudo mode. Okay, okay. Okay. Thanks.
Okay, there is one more Srinu here. I mean, both are you or different? Okay, fine. Let's see. Okay, now the very first command which I'm going to execute is to execute this command. You don't need services are running. The first command is Hadoop version to find out the which version of Hadoop you are using in your cluster. Hadoop space version is the command to understand what version of software what version of the Hadoop you are using. So in my case, I'm using 2.6.4. Okay, and there is another useful command to know what are the commands are supporting by Hadoop. There is something called Hadoop fs-help. There is something called Hadoop fs-help. Like your Linux environment, how you have help like a man command. The similar way we have here something called help Hadoop fs-help. This help command will list out this help command will list out what are the commands are supporting by your Hadoop fs. What are the commands it is supporting by Hadoop fs. So let me press enter here. You can see that. So what are the commands it is supporting along with the information we are able to see here. Okay, these are the commands. These are the commands. So when as soon as you execute this command, you may experience in that your terminal is full. You may need to go down and up. So to avoid that, what we can do we can save all this help information specific file. We can save all this help information to specific file. How can I save all help information to specific file? Because for further reference you can use of that. So I'm going to save this help information into a specific file. So let me take already my desktop is too full, or this is also full, so I want to take a specific location for it. So I'm going to take a location /user local / here I'll create one folder called help folder. So in this help folder I'm going to keep all our data. Okay, so here you just say greater than symbol whatever the result is coming from this help, I'm going to move to help. In that Hadoop fs help.txt, you can give any name, okay, but in my case I have given Hadoop fs help.txt. So now this command will execute. It will not display anything in the terminal, but the whatever it's supposed to display in the terminal, that has been moved to the specific file, this file. So you can open this file into your gedit or your vi, wherever you want. You can go ahead and look at what are the commands are supporting by your Hadoop fs, okay, your Hadoop fs. So we are going to briefly describe each and every command very high level, so I request you guys to go through in detail later point of time, okay, because there are so many commands here. It's for the certification we don't need all all these commands are required. So I'm going to explain the few things which are most important for the certification. I'll be discussing about them, okay. This is the one, and you will be seeing somewhere when you are going through books or when you're going through blogs, you will be finding something called hdfs dfs. This is also different, no, same kind of commands, I'm going to show you that no, the same commands, usr local help. In this hdfs dfs help.txt, so I'm going to show you both the difference. Both the files are same. Sorry, spelling mistake. So here it will show you that another set of hdfs dfs commands. hdfs dfs is equivalent to hadoop fs. hdfs dfs is equivalent to hadoop command. You can also differentiate here. You can look at here. So this is one. This Hadoop fs was the old, no, the old way we used to access the Hadoop file system, and hdfs dfs is it's come with on the Hadoop 2. It's come with a different a channel. I can say it is a different channel to access, you know, your Hadoop file system. Okay, here you see your Hadoop fs is equivalent to hdfs dfs. It means there is some slight difference, right? It means Hadoop fs, I'm specifically saying that Hadoop fs and hdfs dfs, so it means there is something different in that. I'll be showing the difference, okay. But your Hadoop fs and hdfs dfs is both are similar. Look at guys here. So append command is there, here also append command is there. Whatever the commands are there in this, same commands will be there here as well, okay. Both the places, both the same commands. Now so I'm going to show you something. Hadoop, if just press Hadoop and press enter, you just press Hadoop, type Hadoop, press enter. What it will do, it will show you the uses are like, you can go with the fs, you can go with the version, you can go with the jars where you can execute your jar files like your java code. Whatever the java code you written, you can execute using this. Some check native distcp, this is also another important interview question, as well as we should know about it. I'll be explaining later. Distcp archive, you can archive. This is also another important no, another important command. We will be discussing about it. The class path, credentials, daemon logs, trace, these are all, you know, not that much important to understand. The same way hdfs, I'm going to press enter. When you look at the hdfs, you see here your Hadoop come up with a very limited options. I can say configurations or options for a Hadoop, but when you say hdfs channel, it comes with so many other options, so many other extra commands are there. Like your dfs and Hadoop fs both will be same, but you have here something called Hadoop. Where is that? Let me show you that. Hadoop fs. So here it is, 1 second. No, not this one. No, here it's supposed to show. I'm looking why it is not showing. Name node option. Hadoop name node hyphen format is not showing here. I don't know why. I'll look into that later. So here, as soon as you execute Hadoop hdfs dfs, you have something called dfs. You have a name node. You have a secondary name node. You have a name node hyphen format, and you have a name node. You have journal node. You can zookeeper. You can access. You can access the data nodes. You can access the dfs admin commands. You can access here. All these, there are so many. For fsck or file system check, you can do balancer. people were asking more about the balancer sometime before. Our balancer, this is what one of the command I was showing you to see your views, fs image file and edit log file. These are the commands. You will have something called getcon. So there are so many options are available in this to look at. There are so many options are available here to look at. Okay, so it means your HDFS channel can come up with some more details. So let me show guys here. I have executed. It's clearly showing that it is no. Oh, thank God it's not formatted. I hope it is. Let me check. It's not formatted. I didn't execute the format, so it will not execute the format. Hadoop FS DFS. No, same command. Hadoop DFS and HDFS both are same command. So we will be talking about these things later. First we are going to look at the basic commands which we are going to see this. Either you can execute HDFS space DFS or you can execute Hadoop FS. Both are same. Either you can go with Hadoop space FS space these commands, or you can go with HDFS space DFS and these commands. Both are similar. Okay, so I'm going to show you these commands. Let me show you this. Hadoop FS. The very first command what we are going to execute to check what are the directories, what are the files and folders are there. What are the files and what are the folders are there, to create a new folder or to check what is there in my cluster. So very first command is in normal file system you have something called ls. You have something called ls which will list out all your directories and files, correct, from your present working directory. So in the same way you have something called Hadoop FS -ls. You need to specify where you want to look. You need to specify from where you want to look, whether you want to look in the root or whether you want to look into the specific location. So it will list out whatever the directories are there, what are the files are there under that root. So you may get a confusion here. You may ask the question to me saying that why Linux has only ls command, why Hadoop has the Hadoop FS command. Look at guys here. This is the difference I'm going to show you. Your local file system is this. This is your local file system, right? Which is your Linux local file system. Now whatever the command I execute, I'll be in this terminal. I'll be in my terminal in this local file system only. You will be opening terminal in this local file system. You will be executing the same file system. You will be executing the same file system, correct? Terminal. So if you say from here ls, or if you say anything cat, whatever you say here, it can understand that okay, I need to look into this file system and get the information. Okay, and get the information. If anyone want to understand what is a file system, I recommend you to go through. There are some playlists I have created to make you clearly understand what is a file system, to make you clearly understand what is a distributed file system. So in my channel there is a videos specifically to make you understand what is a file system. Okay, let's go ahead here. So your terminal is open in the same file system. Your terminal is open the same file system because you have a connection here. I can say it's a kind of, to make you understand, I'm telling in the form of connections. You have a connection here. Whatever the command you execute directly here, they will execute in this file system only. But when it comes to Hadoop, when it comes to HDFS is a different kind of file system. HDFS is a different kind of file system. HDFS does not have a terminal like this. HDFS does not have a terminal, its own terminal is not there. So what we need to use, we need to use our local file system terminal only, and we need to access this. We need to use our local file system terminal only, and we need to access this. So in the terminal, what are the terminal I open here? Let's assume that I'm opening the same terminal one more time. Let me clear this. I'm opening the terminal here. Okay, this is the terminal. So in this terminal, what I'm doing, I'm writing some command ls. I'm writing some command saying that ls. is this command is I open the terminal, I just say ls. Let's assume that you don't have a specific interface for your Hadoop, you have only one interface. So when I say ls here, how my terminal knows whether I need to query from here or I need to query from here? How it will know? If you have only one channel, if I'm telling, I'm saying that if you have only one. So to make a difference, because I have logged into local file system, logged into the sense I'm using the local file system. If I say ls, by default it automatically goes here. It will automatically goes here and it will fetch the records from here. If I say the pwd, it clearly says that okay, you are in a present working directory in the local file system, but not in the Hadoop. So you cannot access your local file system directly using ls command. Try to remember, guys, these are very much important points. You are using normal Linux commands, you cannot directly access your Hdfs file system because that is a separate layer. That is a separate layer. This layer managed by your name node. This is a separate layer. To talk to this layer, we should use the same terminal only. I'm showing you here. So because I'm writing a bigger terminal. Same terminal only, guys. No difference at all. Same terminal only. Okay, I'm using the bigger same terminal. Here I need to specify I want to talk to Hadoop file system. I want to talk to Hadoop file system. You have to explicitly say that. That is the Hadoop FS means. Your Hadoop FS means you want to talk to explicitly Hadoop file system, or your HDFS command also same. HDFS means your Hadoop distributed file system. Distributed file system you want to talk. This is the meaning of it. Okay, you are explicitly telling that you don't execute in the local file system, you execute in the Hadoop file system. You execute in the Hadoop file system. That is what I am specifying by using Hadoop FS command or HDFS DFS command. So you using the local file system, you cannot look at whatever the data is there in HDFS without using Hadoop FS or HDFS DFS. Without using Hadoop FS or DFS command, you cannot look at the whatever the data is there in HDFS. The same way from HDFS also, you cannot look at whatever the data is there in this. You cannot look at. You cannot recognize. You cannot understand also. Right? So you may ask that, sir, I have UI here. This is very much important. I will be keep hearing from the people. That's why I'm repeating multiple times. So sir, I have UI here. So whatever the data I have stored in HDFI, can I view from here? You cannot view from here. Whatever the data I have loaded into HDFS, whatever the directories you have created in HDFS, you cannot view as actual data. You cannot view as actual data. Then what I can view? You can view only one thing, blocks information. You can view only one thing, that is block information, where I mean all are BLK small, what you called, so like this you can view. You cannot recognize anything. This belong to what? So if you see I have these many directories like Anil K, Datri, and my folder, my training related, so many things are there here, right? So you cannot recognize these folders in this UI. You cannot see at all, but you will be seeing in the form of like this. If you see like this, you will not understand anything. Can anyone make me understand by seeing this information? Sorry. Can anyone make me understand by seeing this data is belong to in this any of the file? I have Anil, I have archive test, there are so many files are there. So can anyone tell me by seeing this, okay Ravi, this is belong to Datri, this is belong to something else, this is belong to something else? Can anyone tell me by looking at this? No one can tell that because we will not be having that metadata information. The actual data, this metadata information maintaining by name node. To see that you have to talk to name node only. Okay, to talk to that you have to see the name node only. But from here you can see only the blocks. Only block the respective metadata. You can see the block and respect to metadata. Block with respect to metadata. You can view that much only. You cannot say that this file is belong to some XYZ file. You cannot say that. Okay. So that is, first we need to understand the difference between the local file system and HDFS. So HDFS has, even your HDFS cannot look into local file system. Even your local file system cannot look into HDFS file system. Okay. So is this point is clear to everyone?
Yes.
Any doubts?
Peter,
Yeah.
one more thing. You are saying that FS image metadata.
Mm-hmm.
So it will write something after that particular block to identify that particular metadata, right?
Correct.
In naming convention.
The name node. Yes, it will maintain the name node. It will be there in the name node.
Okay, okay. So PWD only will be access like if I type PWD, then only we can access LS means local system. For
Yes.
that is
Yes. You can access only
HDFS.
local file system. Only local file system. You cannot see anything. So let me show you here in my local file system. I have so many directories. I have something called Hadoop env, Hadoop hands-on, this Eclipse, this Hive, these
Mm-hmm.
folders I cannot see in HDFS. These folders are no relation with the HDFS. If I
Mm-hmm.
say ls, I can see these files only. If I say ls from my local file system, if I say ls/user/local, I can look at only these folders. These folders are not related to Hadoop, HDFS. Okay. Okay, guys, understand?
Ravi, you mean Ravi?
Yeah, tell me, Aipa.
Uh, you mean we cannot see from the VI Hadoop files, right?
Without using Hadoop FS. Without using Hadoop FS as a prefix to your commands. And also you cannot execute all the commands. All what are the commands is given by your Hadoop, only those commands only can execute. Only these commands you can
Okay,
execute.
I'm not talking from the command line actually, from
Mhm.
the UI
You
point of
cannot,
view.
no,
So we can't see
no,
Hadoop files
no.
from VI. Right? Okay.
We cannot see that. And there is something called, some other tools are there. Like what you say, last time I have shown you here. That's also again, it will comes under Hadoop only. So that's it's now nowhere related to your local file system UI. This is Hadoop UI. So you may say that I can see from here, right? You people may say that I can see from here. So that is different. That's you are accessing the UI of the Hadoop cluster. So that's completely different. Okay. And there is
Okay.
something called Hadoop
Understood.
Hue. There is something called Hadoop user experience. There are some other tool. Okay, from where you
Yes,
can
yes, yes.
drag and drop the files, where you can just without using command line, you can use you can execute there only, you can access that's completely different. That's also again a tool which you are using for Hadoop. That's not no related with your Hadoop
Yes, yes.
normal file system. Clear? Any doubt?
Yeah, no Ravi. Thanks.
Okay, so let's see a first command. As I was telling you, the first command is, first we need to understand what is there in Hadoop file system. So the slash represent the whole space, suppose if you have a 10 nodes, each node has a 1 TB. The root represent all these 10 10 TB ideally. So I'm just taking an example here. Okay, so whatever the data will be there on the root, it will be listing out all the root. And don't worry about this no native coder loader and all those things. This is a warning, so we can also suppress this warning by setting one property. I didn't set that property because I least bother about it. Okay, so here when you say slash, you can list out all the directories. Let's say I want to see under Anil K, what is there in Anil K. Okay, so I want to see like this, just Hadoop fs-ls/Anil K. So it will list out these are the files are there under Anil K. Okay, so as similar as how your ls works, the same way it works, the same command it will work here. Okay, that is the first command. The next command is, whenever you see the new file system, what you will do, first we will try to create a directory with our name. Correct? So let's do that. So that's a very good habit. So let's go ahead and create a file system, a directory. I'm going to create my new directory. So I'm going to create under root only. So I don't want to create very deep. I'm creating under root only. Under root, I'm going to say classes 9 to 10.
CCA 175.
That's fine, we will do it later. Okay, so classes 9 to 10. So I have created a folder called classes 9 to 10. Whether this folder is there or not, we will look at. Sorry, it's mkdir. Sorry, it should be ls. Yeah, we have the directory. We have the directory. Okay, so it means you are able to create a directory in Hdfs file system by using -mkdir, but prefix to that you have to specify Hadoop fs or Hdfs space dfs. Okay, so in the Spark certification there may be places where you need to create directories. You can use this command. You can use this command, and also don't surprise that by saying that Hadoop fs -mkdir. So as our friend said, CCA 175 slash Hadoop, try to create like this. What it is telling, mkdir slash CCA 175 is no such file or directory. It is telling that I cannot able to create 2 levels, so I can only create the first level. So then you can go and create next level, right? So you can say like this. You can remove this and you can say this. CCA 75 is created. Now tell this. It will take. And there is another option, usage. Hadoop fs -usage. There is some option called Hadoop fs -usage usage. So most of the people might not execute this command. There is a command called Hadoop fs -usage. You just type mkdir. So it will tell that what is the usage of the -mkdir. usage age. See here, it is telling that Hadoop fs and generic option is this, and you can say -mkdir -p. P is for parent. You can look at here the help. You can go you can search for is, sorry, create a directory in the specified location. P, do not fail if the directory is already exist. You are telling that if the directory is already exist, don't fail. So normally before we have seen, so let me show that. And Hadoop is write once, read many. It's kind of immutability. But Hadoop 2 is allowing you to do append the data. You cannot modify the existing data. You can just append the data, but you cannot modify the data. That command we are going to see now, so not to worry. So we'll be seeing this. Now if I create same directory one more time, let's look at, guys, what will happen. So it is telling that the file is already exist. This already exists. So if I say small p, it's not failed. It's overridden. It's kind of overridden. Okay. Okay, this is a very good. We have created a directory. Then start creating a files. How to create a file? So how we will create a file in the Linux environment? How we will create a Linux environment? There are multiple ways. So if you say vi and start type some file name. Okay, now let me go to cd/user because my home directory is full, so I don't want to make it like a recycle bin. So I will just go to the specific folder. Here I'm going to say vi test.txt. And also, guys, please try to understand your Linux is case sensitive. Whatever you give the file name, should be same file name. If you give okay, let me show you. So now the file is not exist. What your VI is doing, VI is created a file for you to type something here, to enter something here. Okay, to enter it, you should know this insert command. Hi all, how are you? How is preparation? So and so on. You can type it like this, and you have to press escape colon W key for save the file. So you guys can look at the VI command, tool, what to say, VI editor commands. You can look at the Linux, basic Linux commands. So the file is saved. So look at ls. You have a file test.txt. What are the file we have created before? The file is there. Now what I'm going to do here, there is a command called cat to view the file. There is a command called cat to view the content of the file. So the content is shown here. Very nice, very good. Now the same cat I'm going to do, I'm just telling you test.txt. The test.txt, I'm just says test. I didn't say .txt. I just given test. No such file or directory. It is not able to recognize. So it means that whatever the file name you give, either in Hadoop or here, irrespective of Hadoop or here, you should specify the same name. So you cannot specify anyway. You know that we cannot specify this. We cannot specify this. So one case sensitive, because of the case sensitive. Even your Hadoop environment also same. Even our Hadoop environment also same. Okay. Now, so now we have something called vi command. There is something called this type of command also there, sample.txt, where you can enter the data here now, where you can enter like this, and where you can press Ctrl D, you can come out. So it means that your sample file is there. The sample file is there. Here there are some other, these are different kind of commands here to create an empty file, or to create empty file, start writing something. And there is one more command in Linux, touch sample2.txt. It just created a file. Before, if you see the vi or cat commands, what they have done, if the file is available, they open and show you. If the file is not available, they are giving you option to enter something, so edit something. But touch command is just created a file. Your touch command is just created a file, sample2. So if you go and see it, sample2, nothing is there, empty. Nothing is there, empty. Okay. So the similar way, even Hadoop has the same thing. Hadoop also has the same thing, but Hadoop does not have vi command. Okay, because Hadoop is HDFS is write once, read many. Write once, read many. You cannot modify the existing content once you write. So that's why you don't have edit tools like vi, vim, gedit. That kind of tools are not there. Nano, right? Now let's see how we will create an empty file in CCA 175 / Hadoop / some file name. Okay, let's say commands. I'm going to create a file name called commands. Now look at guys here, Hadoop fs hyphen touch. This is the command, touchz. This is the command. So where you want to create? I want to create in a CCA 175 / Hadoop / sorry. Sorry guys, someone was talking. Okay, what is this? Or file directory was maybe wrong. Directory, let me show the directory. Shit, sorry. CCA 175, it is there, right? CD, not CD. Hdfs-ls/cca 175.
Hi Veera, so Hadoop support all the ls command except the vi, right?
No, it does not support all the commands of Linux. If you, I mean, see, that's what I have shown the commands here, right? These are the commands it will support by Hadoop. What are the commands you have here? Those are the commands only it will support. Here you have ls.
Okay.
Here you have
Yes, correct.
help. You have a mkdir and you have a touch.
So this is the list of the command which supported by the Hadoop.
Correct.
Okay, thanks.
So Veera, where do we get list?
Okay. So to get
List of
this list, you have to execute a command called Hadoop fs-help command. This is the command you have to execute. Press enter. It lists out all the commands.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. Anyone else?
Yeah, Ravi, I have one doubt.
Yeah. Go ahead, Malkarjun.
Yeah, suppose when we want to create any directory, so Hadoop fs hyphen, so mkdir, and we have to give a slash. So if I'm not mentioning a slash, so where exactly the directory will create?
It will not create anywhere.
It's not creating.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, you try, no? So what is there in it? Let's give a try. mkdir. Okay, you are not giving slash and you are giving a file name.
Okay.
You are giving a file name. Mallikarjun.
Yes.
It's created.
It's creating.
Okay, okay. In my case, no. In my case, it is different. Actually, in my case, okay, I'll show you one thing here. Okay, I'll show you where it is created.
I think it's exactly created in the user account.
Yes, your PWD. So same location. I have the same location in my Hadoop environment. Hadoop 1. This is there. Okay, sorry, that's already open here. Let me show you that. Let me show you that. Arey baapre, wait. No, here you cannot access here. You can access from Hadoop fs -ls. You don't give anything, just press enter.
Okay.
See here, this is my home directory.
Okay. It's I mean it changes to user, right?
No, it isn't. It is not. It changed to user. It is in Hdfs only again. It is in Hdfs only. Yeah. So your Mallikarjun has been created here if you see.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So normally, if you say that it will not create, it has to create in Hdfs. You have to give slash, and from where you have to create. In my case, by default, my slash is taking that my username and my user/username. So that is the reason.
Okay. We have to give the absolute path, right? We have to give the written absolute path.
Correct. We have to give it. Okay, we were trying to create a touch command. Let's look at why the touch is not working one more time. Hadoop fs -touch and slash cca 175 slash, I think I have given 3 cc's there. Hadoop slash cmds dot txt. It will create. Maybe I have given wrong command before. Yeah, CCC I have given. That's the reason. Okay. Now whether this file is created or not, how will I check? ls command.
Yes.
It will show you cmds command. So the cmds command, what is the size? 0, because it's an empty file. So you can also view from here. Slash cca 175 slash Hadoop. You can directly type here and you can go. Okay, this is the command file. So what is the file, what is the owner, what is the group, what is the size of the file, what is the replication factor, what is the block, all the information will be available here. As soon as you click on this, it'll give an option to download. Okay, because only single block, nothing is there. Nothing is occupied actually. The block size is this, nothing is occupied. So now, okay Ravi, you have created empty file, then how to put the content in it? How to put the content in it? As I said before, HDFS is immutable. Actually, it's a breaking the immutability thing, but HDFS is write once, read many, and but in the Hadoop 2 there is something called append to. We can append some data to existing data, but the existing data remain same. You cannot change the existing one. Okay, let's say I'm going to append something to this file. I'm going to execute a very first command in the list Hadoop fs hyphen append to file, and which file you want to append, which data you want to append. So I'm going to give user local help commands, no, Hadoop fs commands. This data I'm going to append to this guy. I'm going to append from there to this guy. Okay, press enter, appended. Let's go ahead and check whether the data is appended or not. You can refresh. Now see here, before it was 0, now it is this much data is there. Now you can see from UI also. Okay, fine. So that I'll show you now. One more command is there for that. So now you can use the same command to see ls command. Okay, see here, now it is showing some bytes of data, and it is showing this is a file, right? Now how to view the content of it? Okay Ravi, how loaded? It's so good, it's really good. So how to view the content of it? So I want to see the content of it. How can I? So there is a command called cat. How you view normally in your
cat file name.
So here how we'll give, sorry, again I'm doing mistake. So cat, some file name will give from here. Any of the file you can take, or you can ls. Let me take a file, Hdfs file, cat Hdfs file. So I'm showing some content in this, correct? Now, so the same way, how can I view the Hdfs command, Hdfs data? Hadoop fs hyphen cat and give the your path, cca 175 slash hadoop slash this cat command, the touch command, this make mkdir command, these commands, append to file command, they may help you in the certification, but it's not, it doesn't mean that they will give questions on this. No, as part of your activity they will give a question. Okay, they will give 10 links. When you're going to process one of the problem statement, you may need to do this kind of operations, so these commands will help you there. cmd dot txt, cmds or cmd, I hope it's cmds. cmds, press enter. So list out all the command, the content of the file. The content of the file contains commands only. The content of the file, this is the content of the file. After your cat command, you can see this is the content of the file. Okay, so this is okay Ravi, you are showing this channel. I'm trying to view the file, but I'm not able to view. It is asking me to download. And if you also see here, if you see this block information, block 0, the block 0 information, it is, this is the block ID, this is the block pool ID, this is the timestamp when it has been created, this is the size, and this is the data node address. Your data node address, which data node the data is there. If you have multiple data nodes, it will show that where this data, this block 0 is from. Okay, fine. Now, so there is something called legacy view, UI. This is the Hadoop 2 latest UI. There is something called legacy UI. I think I have shown in the last session. In the legacy UI, there is something called file browse. In the file browse, you can view the content of the file. And what is the file name you have created? CCA 175 Hadoop. And As soon as you click on this, you can see content here itself. You don't need to download. You can see content here itself. Okay. You can view the content here itself by dragging down. And this file also list to show you that information, same information, from which data node it is, from which data node it is. Okay. And what is the size of it? What is the block size? Okay. What is the block size? Tail of this file. So I'll show you what is the tail. Okay. I'll tell you what is the tail. Don't worry. Tail command. So is everyone able to follow? Is everyone able to follow? Any confusion till here? No. So I'm
Yes, now we can.
I'm stopping with the session, so you guys can go with your question and answers. Tomorrow means the next Monday. Monday we'll be discussing some more commands. So if you guys have any questions, you guys go ahead and ask me, irrespective of this topic. If you have any interview questions or you come across some questions and you want to talk or you want to discuss, it's most welcome. Okay. It seems that no questions. Thank you guys. Thanks for your time. Have a great evening and have a great weekend. Yeah, go ahead.
Ravi, how to check the Hadoop file system size?
Hadoop file system, total file system size you want to check?
Yeah.
Okay.
If in Linux we can use the ds-fs, we can check it.
du, some kind of thing, right? Similar kind of thing is available here. Here also you have a du dfs. Yeah, du df. Okay. There is other way also look at. There is a complete command. There is something called other command. It will show you complete cluster details.
Okay.
The report command, it will show you complete your cluster details. Complete cluster details. The capacity is this much GB, this much GB, this much GB, and all the details. Report corrupted blocks or how many are replicated, under replicated, and how many live nodes, how many data nodes are there. So all the list and your decommission status, all the information will be listed over here.
Okay, here we have only one file system, only DFS only.
Two file systems, right? I have my Linux file system as well as my Hdfs file system.
Okay, but here we don't get the Linux file system size.
No,
only
here no.
Only Hadoop file.
No, here I think it will. No, it will not show the Linux file system. It will show it will show the complete capacity or hard data node capacity. I mean the specific data node. This is for the specific data node capacity. Okay, it will show complete how much data you can load into the HDFS. That is the capacity of this. How much is loaded is this.
Okay, that.
Here you can see the non-DFS. Yeah.
Hadoop is a case sensitive, right?
Hadoop file system. Yes, it is a case sensitive.
Okay, and one more, we can able to see the name nodes and data nodes sizes also, right? As we shown now Hadoop file system, complete cluster details like that way, we can able to see the name nodes and data node sizes also, right?
Yes, you can see all data node sizes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Anyone else? Any other doubts?
Veera, can you share me the old video if possible on a chat or somewhere?
All the videos are shared already.
Actually, I require for Hadoop. Okay.
Let me show you here. Okay, I need to log in if that is the case. Complete each and every video is uploaded. Every video till all the videos I uploaded. This one. All the videos are there. Till today, whatever we have discussed, all the videos are there. I mean, today, whatever we discussed, that has to be uploaded. Till yesterday, I mean, last class, all are there. And some guys ask me, they are getting confusion with the which one is starting, which one is next. So these videos are in sequence. 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's a 5.1 is nothing but 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The clearly it has been their numbers. Okay, actually I thought to keep before only. Okay, here I need to start because I already uploaded, so I thought to not to make it no confuse you guys. So I'm continuing the same. Hadoop one, I mean intro one, this. And also you can see topics here: Hadoop intro, Hadoop HDFS write flow, and the write flow of some discussions more, and question and answers, and name node and data name node, HDFS name node, secondary name node checkpoint, backup node high availability, federation, rack awareness, so services. So it is it is showing you the concept as well in the name itself, the file name itself. Clear, guys? I hope everyone is clear.
Thanks. Ravi.
Thanks.
Yeah, thanks guys. Have a great weekend and great time now. Okay, let me see chart window. No, don't have. Can I get all video? Okay, it's already shown. Yeah, thank you guys. Bye.